everyone, today I'm going to be opening these new Relax with Disney Paint by Numbers magazines that I saw in the supermarket, and I thought that issue 1 for only 99p was quite a good price because you get 2 paint brushes, so it was worth it just for those, but you also get these little pots of paint. And then issue 2, because it increases a little bit, is $2.99, and I got a fineliner pen and 3 pots of paint. So let's take a little look inside each of these issues. So these are painting by numbers, and you get the acrylic paints and the artworks to paint in them. So great for if you're a beginner and you don't have any paints. It's a good way to collect the things that you need. But also, even if you're not a beginner, it's still fun and a good little bit of practice. So that is the backboard of that. Let's have a little look inside. They are well sealed. I might just get the scissors to open it. Also on the back it shows you the things that you will be collecting if you did decide to buy it every week, or you can subscribe. I think as well, if you go to the website hatchetprintworks.com/Disney Paint, you can subscribe, and if you do, you get some little free gifts as well for subscribing. But the issues go up to $5.99, and these 2 issues were 2 weeks apart, but I think after about issue 6 they start being weekly. So I think for me, because I've already got lots of craft projects and stuff, I don't think I'll be buying it every week. I don't think I want to spend £6 a week on collecting things I already have, because I already have lots of paints and stuff. So what I might do is, if there's an issue and I really love the character that's in it that week, I might buy it. And if I haven't collected the paint colours and stuff, I probably already have the paints to complete it. But if you've never painted before, it's still a great idea to collect all the little bits if you don't have any paint brushes and paints and stuff, because it can be expensive just going buying those. So if you're just starting out, it's probably quite worth it really. But if you've already got loads of art supplies like me, what I'm going to do is just buy the issues if I like that issue. So let's have a little look in issue 1. So they come with these little staples, have like a little loop on them, so you could put them in a binder folder if you're collecting them all. So inside there's the contents page. It comes with all the instructions, so don't worry if you've never done any painting before. It will tell you how to do it and give you tips and tricks and stuff. And then it comes with all the instructions how to paint it, so you can build your confidence using paints and brushes. And then also inside there is a small little Bambi to paint. That's not got numbers on, so I assume you just copy the colours from the pictures. And then this is the big one with the numbers on. And then that is if you want to give your newsagents, if you're buying it from a newsagent, you can reserve a copy. This is all about subscribing. You get little things if you do subscribe. You get a free water pot and a little box to collect your brushes and paints in, and a folder to collect them in. That's if you're subscribing. And then let's have a little look what else we've got. How to use your paints, and then that is where you can copy those colours from. Little mini picture, and that's the instructions how to paint it without, because it doesn't have the numbers on, but it does say which colours are on the paint if you're using the paint pots that came with it. But you don't have to paint them either. If you have a little go and you've never painted before and you decide that you don't like it, you can always colour these with pens or acrylic pens if you decide that you don't like using paints. And then this also came with issue 1. This is all about what to expect as you collect the things in the upcoming issues. So if you decide you're not so keen on Alice in Wonderland but you love the Jungle Book, you could just buy the Jungle Book issue. And if you don't have the paint colours because you've not been collecting all the issues, you can use any acrylic paints that you already have. So these are what you could be collecting. There's Cinderella coming, Tinkerbell's in issue 2, Alice in Wonderland. So then they're the brushes that came with number 1, and they're the paint pots that came with issue 1, and they're quite chunky little paint pots. They're only about, I'd say, half full though. They're not completely full to the top, but I think that's plenty paint to complete your picture, because it does go quite a long way, a little bit of paint. So then in issue 2 you got 3 colours in the little pots, and a Tinkerbell which has the numbers printed on, and also a fineliner pen, a black fineliner for adding details when you finish the painting and the paint has dried. So let's have a little look in issue number 2. The usual advert for the subscription is in there, the contents page, and then how to paint the Tinkerbell and the instructions. Then here is how to use your fineliner pen. So if you want to redraw the outlines, because when you paint with acrylic paint it will cover up those lines a little bit, so if you want to go over the outlines when you've finished, you can redraw them with that fineliner pen that they have included. And then because issue 2 came with these colours of paint, you can carry on colouring, painting the rest of the background on the Bambi from issue 1, because it didn't come with these bright colours. So if you are collecting the issues, you will be able to colour it. It says paint it over 4 issues, but if you already have acrylic paints you could probably carry on with the colours that you already have. And then there is a copy of the print that we got in issue 1. And then in the next issue it's telling you you'll get 6 more colours and just some information about painting there. And then on the back it tells you about the next issue. So in this issue we didn't get the big Tinkerbell or the little one. They must be coming in the next issues, the following ones. So I think issue 1 was probably worth the most, because we got the big Bambi and the little one, and we got all those paints and 2 brushes. And then issue 2 was just a smaller one, just the 1 picture, fineliner and 3 little paints. So that is Disney Paint by Numbers. If you're thinking of collecting it, that is what to expect. Or if you just want to have a few issues here and there, like I might do, now you know what to expect when you buy it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.